Hello, fellow Voyagers. Jess here with Odyssey Human, here today to talk about get out of a funk fast with a mental voyage. Welcome to the channel. This is the place where we help you hack through the jungles of consciousness so that you can discover the hidden treasures inside of you. My friends, it's all there, ready to be activated for you with mental voyaging. I'm excited to tell you about this concept today. The first thing I want you to realize, the core realization that I learned this week myself, straight up my own learning of feeling like I was in a funk, feeling like it felt like I was walking the rim of the Grand Canyon of depression and I was looking down into it. That's what it felt like. But this interesting thing that I have been doing called mental voyaging has enabled me not to climb down into the canyon. So I wanted to help you and share this knowledge with you so that you can become more limber in awareness, more limber in consciousness, be able to move faster between states of being. Because that's really the game here. That's what we're doing. And don't confuse where you are with who you are. Here's the core lesson here. Don't confuse where you are in consciousness, where you are in awareness, what you're experiencing, right? The emotions, the labels that you're going to put on it. Don't confuse that place with who you are. You're the voyager. You are the voyager. You are the one able to move around freely, right? And activate states of consciousness. You are the one, you're the actor. You're the actor picking up the persona when you get to a place. You put on this persona and you really get into it and believe you're there, believe that's what's happening. You play it out to the best of your ability. You totally embody it. And then as soon as you move, that's gone. That old persona has literally gone back into the pool of potential states, and you as the voyager, as the actor, have moved into a different state. So don't ever confuse where you are with who you are. Often people describe burnout or depression or sadness. The feeling of that is that you're far from home. It's not normal. You're identifying it as a place that is not your normal state, not your normal resting place in awareness, right? Where you're feeling okay, you're cruising along in life. Yeah, some things are coming and going, but depression and burnout and these bigger labels that we like to put on these places, right? They're places. Some people say they're states, but I really believe and they feel like places that we go to in our own awareness. And they're far from home. They're far from our normal resting place. And that's why they can be scary and consuming. And we get lost in them, right? We get lost in them. We feel like we're so far away from, there's a distance. There's an actual spatial quality to them. That's what I've experienced. Maybe you've experienced too. Of just feeling really far away from where you're supposed to be, right? It's so far away, but really the illusion, that's an illusion, because we are always able to activate any of these places. Like we can teleport. It's almost like Star Trek, where we can like instantly teleport into these new places, into these old places, into familiar places in our conscious awareness. And then when we get there, we totally take it on. We're like, burnout, here I am. I am so burned out. We put the hat and the t-shirt on, just like as if we were at the Grand Canyon. We really get into the tourist at the Grand Canyon role. We really get into being burned out. We sleep a lot. We describe ourselves as being depressed. We tell everyone we're burned out. Even our body language screams burned out because we've stepped into the persona of being in that place. We are fully embodying being a tourist in that place. But remember, we're always only a voyager. We're a tourist. We're passing through. We're passing through. unless we really stake a claim in a state, in a place in consciousness, right? We're always just going to be passing through. It's when we lose ourselves, we forget that we have this ability, perpetual ability. You can always go to any state you want. You know how I know this is true? Because in NLP, there's this thing called a pattern interrupt. Say you are sitting here crying, you're in a place of total sadness, right? You're in that place, you're embodying it. There's water coming out of your face. You're sad, you're on the couch, you're curled up in a ball. And then the doorbell rings. Ding dong. Oh, someone is standing outside that you don't recognize, and you get up and you immediately transition into someone opening the door and curious, like, who are you? This person has flowers in their hands. Oh, they're for me? And this person hands you the flowers. Suddenly, you have totally abandoned that place of sadness via the pattern interrupt, and now emerged into another place, whether those flowers are from your ex or from your partner or from a really good friend or work. Like, right, you're gonna go into a new place having just received those flowers. You've stopped being sad because something came along that was out of the ordinary and threw you out of the pattern of that place. It knocked you out, right? It would be as if you were at the Grand Canyon. Let's go back to the Grand Canyon analogy. And you saw a whale. There was a freaking whale in the river down in the Grand Canyon. You're like, oh my God, what is happening right now? I can see this whale in the river. What is going on? You'd be totally confused. You would be bounced out of that place. That's what happens when we're habitating. When we're inhabiting, is that a word? I don't even know. When we have habituated being in a place and we're like, this is where I am. And then something unusual comes along and knocks us out of it. That's how fragile and easy to move we are. That's how much of a voyager you are, that anything unusual comes along, it kicks you out of that place and suddenly you're in a new place. You've found yourself in a new place of consciousness, and that experience literally changes all of your emotions, your body language, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. That's how mobile you are. So, when we are in these states that we feel like are these places that are so far from home, burnout, depression, sadness, we're in a funk, right? We are in an absolute funk. This is an opportunity. This is an absolute opportunity. You're far from home. So what are you going to get out of it? How are you going to leverage this opportunity? Often what I have found is that when I'm far from home, right, when I'm on vacation, when I'm at the Grand Canyon, you know what I'm going to do? Stuff I don't normally do that really fuels my happiness. I'm going to go on that helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon. I am going to go sleep out under the stars and have this amazing experience I probably wouldn't be doing at home because I'm far from home. This is what we do. It's interesting because the pattern interrupt, this is really going to bend your mind. The pattern of being at home is broken because you're in a funk, because you're in a different place. You're far from home. You're in a new place. Far from home, do amazing shit. That's how you get back. That's actually how you find your way back home. You take advantage of the opportunity. When you're in Timbuktu, do amazing exotic things. Do amazing exotic things when you're in a funk. That is how that you find your way back. You find your way back to your happiness. You find your way back to yourself. And suddenly you teleport and you're back home again. So make bold moves towards your happiness when you're in a funk. Make really big moves. You're far from home. You are in a perfect position to do something bold, exciting, new, novel, something you probably wouldn't do that you've been wanting to do, like pick a battalion or call an old friend or, do something really big that you've been like, oh, I've been putting that off when I'm in my normal place in my consciousness where things are status quo. do something really big and exciting. Like, the thought of it's like, ooh, it's a little bit tantalizing, a little bit like there's a little bit of fear because it's exciting and novel. Go do that. Go do that. Because this funk is an opportunity. You're far from home. Do something fun and exciting and novel. And you know what you're going to find is that in doing that, you pattern interrupt out of your funk. Because someone who's in a funk doesn't do exciting, fun shit. That's just how it is. And you start to realize, oh my gosh, I don't feel burned out anymore, or depressed, or sad, or because you have pattern interrupted out of the funk into, maybe for a short time, maybe for a long time, into a new place in consciousness. A big, bold, exciting, fun, novel place where you're like, whoa, ooh, whoa, yeah. And you start to feel that little ping of feeling good again, feeling like yourself, getting back in touch with who you are, that grounded, safe, okay, I'm okay, I got this. It kicks you back home by accident, right? And so, this is how you get out of a funk fast, my fellow voyagers. This is my best advice for you. It's an opportunity. You're far from home. Don't confuse where you are with who you are. You can go anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly. It's like the field of terracotta warriors. I have likened our consciousness to a field of terracotta warriors where you can jump into the shoes of any version of yourself instantly and live from that place. And many of them feel far from home, right? You have that one warrior that is your normal operating mode. And you can go far from home instantly. You can also come back close to home instantly. It's all there for you, ready and waiting to be activated. So, let me know what you thought of this. Drop a comment below. I'm happy to engage with you. And if you need a consistent tool to start getting back to yourself more and more often, grab it. It's in the description box. It's always there for you. I'll trade you your email for the tool, but it's there for you. And start using it, and you're going to find you are going to be a more and more savvy traveler, a savvy voyager through consciousness as you do that. And you can recognize when you are far from home, and instead of forgetting where you live and then taking up residence in burnout, depression, sadness, grief, whatever it is, for extended periods of time, you can get faster, quicker, more efficient at coming back home because the jig's up. You're such a good traveler that you're like, yeah, I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.